Good morning, this is Ira Weissman, and I'd like to welcome you to Nonprofit Chat, a segment of the Morning Coffee Show. Today we were very lucky to have Latoya Norman from the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit about Latoya first.
Well, I am the mission manager for Komen Central and South Jersey, which is an affiliate or a branch of Susan G. Komen. And I'm happy to be here.
Okay. What's a mission manager?
So basically, a mission manager, we manage the different mission-related programs. We manage different outreach efforts that go on in the affiliate, and also create new programs. So it can be a breast health or breast cancer related program. A lot of it for us deals with education. We provide education to the community. We also fund different breast health and breast cancer projects within our service area. So I manage those programs.
Okay. And we'll talk about those in more detail as we get further. Everybody's heard the name Susan G. Komen. Everybody knows that when you see pink, usually it's related to the breast cancer movement. But can you give us a little bit of history first about what Susan G. Komen is all about, and then take us into when we hear the words breast cancer, give us a better feel for what that means for people.
So Susan G. Komen started as, or was built on a promise between two sisters in 1982, Nancy Brinker and her sister Susan G. Komen, who unfortunately lost her life to the disease. But their promise was to end breast cancer forever, and that's really our mission, to end breast cancer forever, but also save lives by really addressing the most critical needs within the communities we serve, and investing in research that prevents and cures the disease. Um, and we've really grown into a an international breast cancer organization, and we have 121 affiliates. 119 of those affiliates are across the United States, and we have one in Puerto Rico and another in Rome, Italy. But breast cancer, to answer your question, it's a tumor that forms. We don't really know the cause of it, but we know that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. There are a number of ways to that you can reduce your risk of getting breast cancer. We ask women to, one, get their mammograms every year, especially after the age 40 and older. We also ask women to live a healthy lifestyle, so remain active, no smoking, no alcohol. We also ask women to just create a relationship with their healthcare providers, and become aware of their risk and educated about the disease, and also to be self-aware, to know their risk if they have a history of it in their family. 5 to 10% of women are known to have hereditary breast cancer. So what that is all women have the BRCA1 and BRCA2 gene, and you can inherit a mutation from your parents that increases your risk of breast cancer.
Now, when we talk about breast cancer, there's also men can have breast cancer too.
Yes, so it's estimated that I believe a little more than 3,000 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year.
Okay. Usually, as you said, mostly people tend to think about it for women, but there is the chance
Men
men
get
can
breast
have.
cancer too, yes.
And you mentioned, and it's had a lot of publicity, especially with Angelina Jolie going through it. BRCA genes, what are those?
So like I said, there are two genes that every woman have, and it's the mutation that increases the risk of breast cancer. But I encourage everyone to learn more about it on the internet and on our website, komencsnj.org, as well as komen.org. But not a healthcare professional, so I can't go too
Okay,
much
no,
into those details.
that's fine, and that's not an issue.
But no, definitely women should know their history, their family history, their family breast cancer history.
And you mentioned it that the Komen Foundation's been around since 1982, you said?
Yes. So the foundation has been around since 1982, but my affiliate, Komen Central in South Jersey, we actually started as a Race for the Cure in 1994, and we were established as an affiliate in 2005 by some key volunteers and board members who felt a greater need within our service area. So um, as an affiliate, we actually cover 13 counties. So as far north as Hunterdon, Somerset, and Middlesex, all the way
Okay.
down to Cape May.
So from Central to South Jersey.
Yep. hmm
Okay. Now, where's your office based?
We are in Princeton. So
Okay.
I've traveled all up and down
That's
Central
all
and South
right.
Jersey. But it's been great. I'm learning a lot about New Jersey this way.
Okay. Well, let's come back to it. You mentioned a number of things. I want to go back over them as to what women can do to not necessarily prevent breast cancer, or can you prevent breast cancer?
Well, like I said, we encourage women to get their mammograms as early as possible. So, in order to do that, you will have to get your mammogram every year, starting at the age of 40. Um, and we ask this because it is at that point that women have the greatest chance for survival. Um, there are ways to reduce your risk, like I said, remaining healthy and just being aware of the disease itself. A lot of women aren't educated about the disease. Um, we actually conduct a community needs assessment, and we conduct it every 4 years, excuse me. And through that, we are able to identify or get a good view on the state of breast cancer in our service area. And in addition to learning about death rates and survival rates and late stage diagnosis rates and the proportion of women who are being screened. We also get a clear view on the barriers to care in our service area. And some of the most pervasive barriers are lack of education and lack of health insurance, the need for transportation. But education was definitely at the top of the list.
You have a workshop coming up this weekend, don't you?
Yes, we have two. So on Friday, we have an educational workshop at Monmouth Medical Center, but that actually is filled to capacity. Saturday, we have another workshop that we're referring to as our breast cancer education series. It's part two of it. We had another back in April, but this one we have three speakers, one being a researcher who will be presenting on metastatic breast cancer.
Okay, you used a big word. I'm not sure I know what it is, so.
So metastatic breast cancer is stage 4 breast cancer. There are different stages of breast cancer, beginning with stage 0, going all the way to stage 4. And stage 0 breast cancer basically means that the tumor is confined to the place it originated. And as you go higher up in stages, it just defines like how it's spread in the body. So stage 4 breast cancer means that it's spread to different organs in the body. So it can be either the brain, liver, lung, or bones.
Okay. Well, we have to take a break.
Okay.
So we're going to be back in 2 minutes. Please feel free, or please come back and join us as we continue our discussion with Latoya Norman of the Susan G. Komen Foundation. See you then.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Welcome back. This is Ira Weissman with Nonprofit Chat, a segment of Morning Coffee, and today we're talking with Latoya Norman of the Susan G. Komen Foundation. When we went out on break, we were talking about the various stages of cancer. And you said stage 4 is the most critical and the least likely to survive. And it affects not only the breast, but other areas of the body, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, with that being said, you also made mention about the fact that a lot of people aren't aware of cancer. You've got a number of outreach efforts going on, don't you?
Yes. One of our biggest efforts is our community grants program. So we fund a number of grants within our service area, and we actually identify the counties that are in greatest need through our community needs assessment, our community profile report is what we refer to it as. But in our last report, which was conducted in 2015, we identified 7 target counties, those being Atlantic, Camden, Gloucester, Salem, Cumberland, Burlington, and Monmouth. And in those counties, we're really trying to make sure that women who wouldn't otherwise have access to care are able to get their mammograms. They're able to receive navigation from nurses and breast health navigators through the different phases of care. So screening, diagnostics, treatment, and then follow-up services. And we're also providing transportation assistance, different financial assistance, child care assistance, and translation services to these women so that there are no barriers to care for them.
I know, and just reading through some of the notes about what you're attempting to do, you're reaching out to the African American community, the Hispanic community. One that kind of surprised me was to women over 65, and this is all coming out of the data that came out of this report.
Well, there are 2 main risk factors for breast cancer. One is being a woman,
Okay.
and the other is getting older. So as you get older, your chances increase for breast cancer. So we don't stop At 64, we encourage women who are even older to get their mammograms as well. So that's where that comes from.
Now, we talked about the different stages, and stage 0 you said was what again?
So that's where it's confined to its place of origin.
Okay. Now, obviously there's an impact on the woman and what she should be doing if it's stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, stage 4. Are there different things that you recommend for each stage or actions that they can take? And also, what about the impact on the family?
Well, we actually call our family and friends who provide support to women with breast cancer our co-survivors, because they are largely impacted by the disease as well. We see a lot of family members and friends coming forth in support of not only women with the disease, but also survivors. They're really engaged, and they want to see this disease come to an end, just as we do.
And I know the Susan G. Komen Foundation just came out with a new goal.
Yes, so it's our bold goal,
Okay.
and that goal is to reduce breast cancer deaths by 50% within the next 10 years. So on a national level, we're addressing that in two ways. One being through a more enhanced focus on research that deals with aggressive and metastatic breast cancer, finding treatments for that. And the other is by addressing racial and ethnic disparities.
Okay, you're going to have to explain that one.
So reality is that African American women are 40% more likely to die from breast cancer than white women. So our goal is to reduce the barriers that are creating this gap in breast cancer outcomes for these women.
Have you identified some of the causal factors why this is coming about?
So one, we found that African American women are more likely to have triple negative breast cancer, which is an aggressive form of breast cancer. But also, and the more aggressive forms of breast cancer and metastatic breast cancer is incurable at the moment. Also, low-income African American women and underserved African American women, they're facing more barriers to care, so lack of transportation, no health insurance. There are a number of things. There are a number of barriers to care for these women, and we're trying to eliminate those barriers, really.
And you have funds to help provide for transportation, for having the examinations, having the medical care.
Yes, so on a local level, we are actually currently funding 10 breast health and breast cancer programs within our service area.
Okay. Well, we have to take another break,
Oh.
believe it or not. This is Ira Weissman with Nonprofit Chat. Please join us in a couple minutes. When we come back from our commercial break, we'll see you then.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative. with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
This is Ira Weissman. Welcome back to Nonprofit Chat, a segment of Morning Coffee on Radio Vision Network. Today we're talking with Latoya Norman of Susan G. Komen Foundation, and when we went to break, we were talking about some of the services that you offer to women of all ethnicities, all cultural groups, and can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So really to reduce the disparities that underserved women are facing, especially African American women, we, as I mentioned, we fund a number of breast health and breast cancer services that are really providing care to women who wouldn't otherwise have access to it. So in addition to funding those programs, we also provide education ourselves. So we go out into the community and educate women and men on breast cancer itself and the different risks of breast cancer, what will increase their chances of getting breast cancer, and just making them more aware of the disease and also the resources that are available to them.
Okay. You mentioned a few minutes ago about your new goal, which is to reduce the rate of cancer by 50%. You also fund a lot of breast cancer research, don't you?
Yes. So 75% of the funds that we raise through our Race for the Cure, which is coming up.
And that's when?
On November 6th at Six Flags Great Adventure.
Okay.
Funds from that and our other fundraising events. 75% of the funds raised, go to our community health programs, and 25% goes to global research.
Okay. And you said your event is coming up on when again?
It's coming up on November 6th, so please come out and join us. It's at Six Flags. It'll be a great time. It's a great environment to be in. These women, you can see their perseverance and just dedication to the cause. We have a survivors procession that happens during the race, and it's just a wonderful sight to see. So I encourage everyone to come out and support.
All right. Now, if people want to reach out to you, they want you to come out and speak, or they want to get more information, how do they go about doing that?
So our website is KomenCSNJ.org.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to repeat that.
That's KomenCSNJ.org. So it stands for our Komen Central and South Jersey.
Okay. And that's .org. And is there a phone number that they can call also?
Yes, 609-896-1201.
Okay, great. What other events do you have coming up now? You've got the Race for the Cure, November 6th at up at Six Flags, and what other things?
We have a number of fall events, and I encourage everyone to go to our website to sign up and register for it. We have a Ride for the Cure coming up, and a number of other great events. We're providing education throughout October. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I just encourage everyone to go to our website and just find out where we are and come visit us. Learn more about breast cancer and our organization. I know we're limited in time here, so there's a lot more to share.
Okay. Any other closing thoughts?
I just encourage women to go and get their mammogram. It's very important, especially so that the disease can be found early, as well as men. Like I said, men get breast cancer as well. So we don't want to ever count men out. It's important to be aware. It's important to know your risk. It's important to be educated. like we mentioned during our conversation, a lot of women aren't. So I am very happy. I'm always happy to educate more women on breast cancer. You can call us if you want us to present in front of a group of women, and we'll be happy to do that. But ladies, get your mammograms. It's important.
Toya, thank you so very much. You want to give us your website and phone number one last time?
Okay. KomenCSNJ.org, and phone number is 609-896-1201.
Thank you so much for coming on for us. And also thank you for the great work you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
This is Ira Weissman with the Nonprofit Chat segment of Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. If you need help with strategic planning, putting measurements in place for your nonprofit, volunteer management, or succession planning, please feel free to reach out to me. My website is at www.idea-innovations.com. Thank you very much and have a great day. Goodbye.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always